Hey everyone, I'm Beef, and welcome back to... Throw your arms up. You got to throw your arms up. October! Right, well, we are... If I just adjust my focus again, there we go. We are working on the Klaw. Yes. You got to say it that way, aren't you? Good old Toy Story. Anyway, we are building a Klaw today, and that is going to be rather fun. Rather fun. It's got lots of pipes and doodads and this, that, and the other. Textured one, and yeah, bundled one and textured one. So I don't think hazard striping is going to be an option. I'm a little bit disappointed at that. Okay. Well, I've never done hazard stripes, honestly. I'm sure there'll be something on this model that I could practice hazard stripes on. And if it looks rubbish, I'll just paint over it. But anyway, we have a saw thing. A saw claw. A claw. A slaw. Yeah. Something like that. Anyway, this is probably the most scraggly of the pieces because of going in between all the teeth on it and things like that. So that one's going to take a little bit of work to get up to par, I think. But the chains at first glance seem to be okay. Some of the underside looks a little iffy just along there. Very, very minor, mind you. So hoping that that isn't going to be too much of a chore. Then we got the big arms section here. And aside from copious amounts of mold release, it looks as if it's all pretty good. And isn't going to take hardly anything to get this ready. Which, yeah, is wonderful. There is a bit of sanding on this side here because that beam, I don't know if there's like a lip there. I don't think that's meant to be there. So just a touch of sanding on that. Then we've got a slight blip there as well. And that is about it, which is great. Great news. No horrible mixed match stuff. Doesn't look as if there's any more supports or anything on it. And oh, just a little tidy up here on the end as well, because that's a bit scraggly. But our best boy, our biggest, bestest boy here, I've took his head off and whatnot because that needs needs like prepping and whatnot for cleaning and priming and everything. So I've just took it off for the time being. What I want to see though is the orientation for this arm, because I reckon it's going to be limited in its posability. I mean, we could just have it straight out like that, but I don't know. Up in the air might be what I go for, because I do like the whole raised claws thing. That's kind of what I've done across the board. But looking at this and how it's going together is giving me a frighten. What I am thinking of actually doing is sinking a hole into this, tapping it, you know, putting a thread on it, and then bolting it into each other. But I don't know. It's one of them. Or alternatively, I just score the faces up together and glue it on. Or I drill smaller holes in this, put paper clips in them, glue the paper clips in, push them all through, and then bend them up and around to like a split pin sort of thing to hold it into position. But I don't even know about that, honestly. It might give it a little bit of integrity, but I can't see a lot coming from it. And this is worrying me because if this one's being an issue, I believe that this is the lighter of the two. So it might be better to have a crossbar between, but the way that they are affixed to each other means that this has to come in at an angle, because obviously these slant down, and yeah, that don't really sound like the most fun of experiences, honestly. So I'm thinking probably something like that, maybe. All depends on where the shoulder plates mount. Ah, yes, yes. Better off looking at that, I think. So, let bob you back over there. There you go, sitting on edge of that table. Hopefully I don't get knocked off. Oh. Right. So, that slots through, and then the other one goes on top. So that is actually upward. Ah, okay. Okay, let's bring it back over. Bring it back over. So this piece here does go upward. It's as upward as it can be. So it can either be like that, where it's slightly forwards, or it can be like that, where it's slightly backwards. Whoa! Oops. Yeah, I'm going to have some issues with this mounting it, I can tell. So it's probably going to be like that. Angle backwards a bit, because it won't go the other way very well. Or will it? Huh. Maybe. Maybe. I'll have to have a look. I'll decide when it comes to that point. But what we do know is that we are limited in its posability. So, as we can see here, it goes upwards, then it has a slight forwards angle. So, however it is, that lifts up. And depending on which side you mount it, because this is obviously a left arm calibration, I'm going to go for a right arm calibration. You just swap this pipe going into there with the other hole, because there's that one. Oh no, wait. Wait. No, that's not right. It has to have a different way of doing it, right? No. No, it does not. Huh. Okay, so that cable will have to go in that orientation regardless. Maybe hairdryer will help this out, because I could probably get away with rotating and hairdryer, and then that should affix it into here. Yeah. Yeah, because it's like this one here is the one that it's showing it goes into. Like that. No, like that. So it's down here on this. Because I mean, it's on a circle hole. You would have thought they would have made it so you could actually get some form of rotation out of this. So that's meant to go into there. And then... No, it's meant to go in the other one, isn't it? Oh, gosh. Wow. Yeah. Is that right? Or does it go on the flat? No, it doesn't go on that flat. It is that. No? No, it's not. What am I missing here? It is that flat. Right. Oh. Okay. That is a little bit oof then. Because this one is obviously, it's in the 2 points and it just dangles. That's fair dues. But this one being affixed to that flat means that I don't really have a good anchor point. So I'd have to put it into here, heat it up and see if it reaches. And then if it doesn't, I'll have to put it in the other side and put it back round and onto the flat. Yeah, well, actually, yeah, that probably sounds smarter because then at least I can slightly rely on this to hold it as I maneuver. And it is a meant to be like a flexi pipe thing, so it should be easier to work with anyway. Thank goodness. Also, I don't know if this is mold release or whether that is a line all the way down the thing. I'm hoping it is just mold release, but saying that, don't think that's going to be noticed. Really don't. But either way, I've got my work cut out for me with this. So yeah, let's get on with it. And everything's been for its bath time, and it's had a nice clean up and whatnot. And it's come out okay. Yeah. It did take longer than I thought because this claw was quite awkward to tidy up. A lot more awkward than first impressions. Also, we've still got some mismold bits as per. I've just picked off 2 or 3 bits that I've missed, but yeah, it's going to happen, isn't it? And what else was it? This piece, these cogs. Oh, these were horrible because it was mounted on each of the teeth and then it was filled between all of them, and I've had to clean up like half of the teeth. Yeah. Not the most fun of experiences, but still, it's done. It's done. These guys were a breeze, thankfully, and these were a breeze. And then I've gone ahead and I've put a little pin hole in this and onto this already. Also, the mounting that was on this, there isn't actually a piece to go into the center of this, which I find a little bit strange, but it's neither here nor there really, is it? So, got that done. It's just now got to start fixing things together, which is going to be nice, but I need to remember that I am building it as a right arm, not as a left arm. So what's shown on my little picture in front of me is not very helpful as it is. I still can't reference it super hard, which is fine, but yeah, I'm sure it'll be okay. Now this looks a little patchy on here, but I'm hoping that it is okay. I think all the mold release is off it because, again, they did have a big bath. Although saying that, I'm not 100% certain on it. Thankfully, it's going to be staying in parts before it's painted, but yeah, this might go all together as a single unit, mind you. But I think this might need a second bath. I'll do it after it's all together. I'll give it a thorough go over again. But I don't understand why. It's had a lovely warm bath. It's been left for hours. Maybe it's just this particular piece wants to be awkward. I don't know. Don't know, because the rest of the stuff, yeah. The rest of the stuff's fine. I hope. Yeah. Right, anyway, let's get building. Let's get building. I'm not going to record it because, again, it is samey. I can just give you a quick rundown if you wish. And that is this bar goes where the smaller sections are. Then it slots into here and onto that thing in there. Yeah. Then we have the claw itself, and that is held in by this nut, that bolt, sorry, these cogs either side. Then this, we have an end cap, and it goes into this arm section here. Very cool. Then we've got shoulder pads, and sorry if you can hear the little man. I don't know if it's picking it up. We have shoulder pad And then the other shoulder pad goes on there. But it's that way. Which is, yeah. Maybe the shoulder pads do stay off. Can't quite see getting underneath those nicely and accurately. Not to mention there's the doodads on the arm itself. So shoulder pads, yeah, I'm going to keep those off. Keep those off. But nice how simplistic they are to go together, though. I do appreciate that. Really do appreciate that. But yeah. That one goes on there. Very cool. Very, very cool. I do like how this goes on like that. You do have a choice of putting it either way, but I think going that way obscures too many details. Whereas that way just covers the other shoulder pad. Yeah. Yeah, I think I prefer it that way, like that. Very cool, very cool. Right, anyway, I'll slap this together and I'll bring you back when we're ready. Right, guys, it is done. It is done. This is how the thing looks. Look at the size of it. It's ginormous. You thought the belly gun was big? My goodness. The size of it. Yeah, I have had to make it a left arm because this cable here, I didn't realize that was angled as well, and you could only put it in one orientation, etc. And if I was to heat treat it and bend it round, and I didn't think it'd look right, you know. I didn't think this dangly cable on the front would be right. So yeah, I left it the other way, which is neither here nor there. It's just how it is. I just hope that the lifter dropper arm is the right arm, or else I'm not going to be happy. Yeah, let's hope it is. I can't see why it wouldn't be. But like I say, it is together. I'm kind of just giving it a good old wiggle and a waggle, waiting for the glue to 100% harden. And I don't think I need to do much in the way of reinforcements with it, because I've already pinned that piece there. This cap, I thought that this was strong enough that I put that on. I was going to fire a pin through there, but I've decided not to, because the strength from this to there is an awful lot, as well as what's going on there, to hold the weight of this arm comfortably. And as long as it's not getting absolutely whacked around, which it won't be, I can't see any bother with it. If it does start taking some damage, then it's just simply a drill into there, put a pin in it, green stuff over it, and touch up the paint sort of business. You know, it's like it's on a part that's going to be a metallic anyway, so that should be easier to remedy than like layering up or whatever. And then as for this side onto the arm, that one will be the more difficult one because I don't believe I can take this off. So it might be a freezer job to fully rectify it, which is going to be a huge pain if it comes down to that, because I don't want to break the rest of the model, and by freezing it, it'll ruin the integrity of it all. And maybe I should have just left that cap off and future-proofed, but it'll be fine. The other one is to drill straight down the center of this bolt and affix all the way through, either on the inside or the outside. Then same again, bit of green stuff, and that should be job done. This bottom claw section is very secure because it's got a pin here, which is affixed onto the external. Then it's glued on the inside. The shaft of it has been pinned. Same with these cogs. They've been affixed on the side. The shaft's glued. Those have been glued to the faces of the big arm, and that's glued onto there, as well as the only bit that isn't is the cog teeth themselves, because I didn't want them getting gunked up with glue. But yeah, aside from those 2 points, there shouldn't be any issues at all. And I am going to leave the shoulder pads off for painting. I think. I may change my mind depending on what sort of style I'm going to do paint-wise, but for now, they can stay off. And in regards to how it sits, I think we're going to have it... Well, there's two options. You can have it like that, so it's kind of level with the Stompa, and I don't really like that. So I think I'm going to tilt it back one, which looks a little bit strange, but it puts that claw really high up. Then I could probably adjust the shoulder pad that mounts here to compensate, you know, and the other one could just be hidden underneath it as it does anyway, so makes no odds. But yeah, that is another one done. Let me raise the camera up a smidge. There we go. And yeah, that is the state of it at the moment. Then on another note, I decided to glue up the lens section on the Eye of Mork. This part here is now glued on. So yeah, there he is. Very, very mean looking robot. Oh gosh. Oh, I've just bent that, haven't I? Yeah. Oh no, nothing air dry won't fix. But yeah. I knew I'd do something silly by end of episode. I think the silliest bit is probably sticking that cap on. Yeah. But never mind, eh? Anyway, yeah, we can finally move on to the last resin part. Like I say, I might do the plastics off camera. I think that'll probably be better. Get everything all ready to rock and roll. Then it's going to be a bit more research into what I want to do paints-wise. And then I can finally prime it and take a brush to it. Thank goodness. But I wonder how long that is going to take. Because if building it took this long, painting it is going to take an awful lot longer. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed it. Don't forget, please do all usual YouTubey stuff for me. And yeah, take care of yourselves. See you all at the next one. Goodbye.